on one particular aspect a little bit, on education. And by that I mean educating individuals, educating companies, and educating the next generation of IT professionals. H.R. 4061 addresses this by building on existing partnerships, such as the NSF-sponsored Center for System Security and Information Assurance at Moraine Valley Community College in Palos Hills, Illinois, in my district. This single school in my district has trained more than 600 cybersecurity faculty since 2003. Individuals who are now teaching at community colleges and technical training programs nationwide. In order to realize the full benefits of information technology, we not only need a highly skilled IT workforce, but also advances in basic R&D. Cyber threats are constantly evolving, and cybersecurity R&D must evolve in concert through a combination of near-term fixes and long-term projects that build a more secure foundation. And because people are perhaps the weakest link in many IT systems, our research strategies need to include the social and behavioral sciences that can help us better understand how humans interact with technology. This is something that's often overlooked, but it's contained in this bill. So in closing, I just, again, want to thank Chairman Gordon for his work on this. Very proud to be the author of this bill, and I want to urge its passage by the full House. I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from Texas is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman's recognized.
I rise in support of this bill. I want to thank Ranking Member Hall. I want to thank my good friends across the other side of the aisle, Mr. Chairman Gordon, Mr. Lipinski, for, as usual, working in a bipartisan way to get good things done for the country. I think the American people deserve that, and they want to see more of that of us up here in Washington. I was proud to be the lead Republican sponsor on this bill as well, because this issue is so important. A lot of times when you talk about cybersecurity, people's eyes kind of glaze over, and yet when we talk about cybersecurity, we're really talking about national security. We held hearings both in the Science and Technology Committee and on Homeland Security Committee where we examined the vulnerabilities and the threats presented by cyber attacks. And it's very frightening. When you talk to the top military advisors to the President, they'll tell you one of the greatest threats we face as a nation is a cyber attack, and that we are vulnerable. And when we had hearings on the issue, we heard that just about every federal agency, in fact everyone, including the Pentagon, had been hacked into. And this institution had been hacked into. And there have been major data dumps where information was stolen and from countries that we cannot speak on the well of the floor right now, but foreign countries stealing information from the United States government. There are really several areas. There's criminal enterprises who use cyber attacks to steal intellectual property. And then there's the realm of espionage, where we have countries that go in and steal information from the United States government, intellectual property, secrets within the government, data dumps the size of the Library of Congress. We had a classified program that was subsequently declassified that showed that through the click of a mouse, power grids could be blown up. Every critical infrastructure is tied to cyber networks, whether it be our utilities, our power grids, our financial institutions, whether it be air traffic controllers. Virtually every sector is tied to the networks, to the internet, and therefore is vulnerable. This bill, I think, is a good step forward in helping to protect our networks, certainly in the federal government. Last year, I joined with Congressman Jim Longman from Rhode Island, working with CSIS, who had worked on the Iraq Study Group as well, to put together a commission of experts across the nation, of cyber experts, to make recommendations to the next President of the United States. We made those recommendations